This woman wants to know if her online lover is real. She met this handsome face on the dating app Badoo, and they've been dating for 3 years.
And tried to pull myself through because my family, nobody knows about this.
Terese has sent over $45,000 to this man to essentially fund all of his business ventures.
So I spent $64,000 on the investigator. I'm reaching out to social catfish because I want you guys to educate us, especially people like myself. Thank you so much, Catfish. Right now, I'm dealing with an investigator who's taken so much money from me, and he's saying that he wants to more money from me to find the guy I dated in 2018, which he hasn't found anyone yet. It's been a saga trying to get my money back after I spent $64,000 on the investigator.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. On today's episode, we speak to a woman named Terese from Australia. Terese met a man named Christian on the dating app Badoo, and they were in an online relationship for over 3 years. Today, Terese will share her story of how she was duped out of over $100,000. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
I was married for 29 years. I married at the age of 18. And I had 2 sons. They are 35 and 37. And after 29 years, we got divorced because I was abused. I stayed because of my sons, made sure that they were okay. And they didn't have the father. And after they left, I left. Because of the abuse, I couldn't put up with the abuse and the drinking. And after I divorced, I didn't want to meet anybody because I wasn't ready, and I needed to sort myself out. And after that, everybody at work kept telling me to go on the dating site, you'll meet somebody nice, somebody decent. And everyone said you go online and you can meet somebody nice. And I know people who have met people online, so maybe I'm just unlucky. Christian and I was in a relationship about 2.5 years. And he would always message me in the morning because the time difference. He would always say he would go to church, and he would go into Sunday church, which I thought was good because I used to go to church also. I did kind of like him. I did, but I felt sorry also at the same time because he said he had no one there. He had no friends. And his daughter's name is Donna Williams. And he said she was in UK, studied in UK. He lost his wife for cancer.
Christian and Terese messaged each other for months. Christian was an oil rig worker. He claimed he was getting ready to start his new job off the coast of the Netherlands. As the relationship started to grow, the two started to build a bond.
He got a contract with this company in National Australian Corporate Affairs Commission. And then he opened up his name as Christian Global Alliance Company. He sent me that document when I sent him that money. And then he said he was going on the rig. And he said the internet is not very good on the rig. So he wanted me to transfer money using his bank account for him to get stuff because he was a manager or something like that. He sent me his driver's license. I have his bank account, which I first started using. I have a copy of that. And then he gave me the numbers of the bank people when I send the money to. I would get their details.
Terese, being the nice person she was, she decided to help her friend she met online. She logged into his account and started to transfer the money for the supplies for the job. But suddenly, there was a problem.
The bank in the States, they blocked his account, kept begging and asking me for money to help him to finish his contract on the rig. And he was coming after that. So he kept going on asking for money for this, for that, and crying on the phone. I sent money from Australia here through Western Union to him. I had another one with Primo Mining Group's contract tender board from Houston. I sent about 10,000, I think. I thought thinking I will get my money back. So I sent him money again to open his company up. After that, he kept saying that he hasn't paid his tax. And then he needed money for his tax. So I gave him another couple of thousands there. And I asked him, when he's going to pay my money back. But he Now he's blocked me, so there is no way of doing anything. So which is that line has closed. So, and he knew that I got investigators to find him, and he kept telling me, if you paid money for investigators to find me, let them find me. At this moment, I don't have any more feelings because he really let me down. And after all the promises and all the false documents he has sent me, I'm really disappointed that someone could do something like this to a person. I'm not a rich person, and I thought I was doing the right thing at that moment. I wish I thought things better through. There are times that I feel like ending my life. There are times I get into it, and I tried doing it, but I because of my faith, I think that keeps me going. And every time I think about it, I say a prayer to keep my head above and try to pull myself through. Because my family, nobody knows about this, and that really, I'm still worried because the money I gave him was something which I kept to buy a place for me. Online dating is something that I am very scared, and I prefer being by myself because it's less heartache.
Terese had been blocked by Christian after sending him $45,000 for all of his business ventures. But the story doesn't end. She received a message from a man who claimed he was an investigator and was going to help take Christian to prison and recover all the money she had sent him.
Right now, I'm dealing with an investigator who's taken so much money from me, and he's saying that he wants to more money from me to find the guy I dated, which he hasn't found anyone yet. It's been a saga trying to get my money back after I spent $64,000 on the investigator. I'm reaching out to Social Catfish because I want you guys to show other people, to show the other people out there what it's like, and if the scams are looking at this, for them to stop doing these type of things to people, to innocent people. And I'm so thankful that Catfish is there to educate us, especially people like myself. And thank you so much, Catfish, for all the programs you showed and which I have been looking at, and it has educated me so much. Thank you so much.
After receiving this video message from Terese, it was time to get to work. Our search specialist, Lenny, ran a reverse image search on the FBI agent and this mysterious man, Christian, and got results in minutes. If you're looking to verify your online lover, the first step would be to use the tools on our site. You can click the link in our bio and check them out. Just hitting like, comment, and subscribe helps us build more tools out for you to use in the future. It was obvious that both of them were scammers, especially when Sharon sent this audio recording of Christian speaking.
Stop calling me a scammer. I'll never scam anybody. I will never scam you. I will never do anything intentional that will hurt you. Okay? I've been through a lot of mess all my life, but that doesn't make me a scammer. Okay?
What do you guys think? What kind of accent do you think Christian has? Let us know in the comment section below. After looking everything over, it was time to meet with Terese to let her know what we had found.
Hi, Terese. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Not bad. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well. Are you ready to go through what we found?
Yeah, I'm excited. I couldn't sleep last night really thinking about this, all this. I'm really keen to know what you found there.
You gave us a lot of documents. There were a lot, and it took us a while to get through them. But I want to go through those first. I'm just kind of going to go through them one by one and just show you some brief examples. One of the things I noticed is across the bottom of this document are itty bitty teeny tiny letters. And they're the type of line that we see when we receive a fax. So when I looked into that code, I saw that it did not say Credit Union Bank. It had a different bank's name across the bottom. So that seems really curious. So I looked up that bank, and this is what I believe happened. they had a fax. The logo is legitimate to Jiska Bank, which is across the bottom of this document. So they basically kept the logo, blocked it out, and then if you look really closely, you can see there's kind of a gray outline around all of the copy. They have just simply copied and pasted into this document and created it. So it is a Photoshop document. It is a fake document. The next document I'm looking at is this check from Santander Bank. One of the things I always check first is the routing number. Does it match the bank? And in this case, the routing number on this check does not match any bank. So it's not Santander Bank's routing number. And the other thing that we need to know, everyone needs to know about a cashier's check, a certified check from a bank, is they have to have a branch location or some kind of address, and they have to have some kind of way to contact them on the check. This check does not have that.
Okay.
The Alliance Bank was interesting because he gave you a login.
Yes.
And then the bank contacted you and gave you the login.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things that we noticed when we looked close is that the email from Alliance Bank that they gave you is a different email by one letter than the email that he gave you. And so another thing is that it says Christian with an IN. We know that that's not how it's spelled on the driver's license. So that is an error. Another thing that we have to know about banks is that they do not send sensitive information through the Gmail. And this is a Gmail address that this is coming from. Banks don't use Gmail. They require certain rules, regulations. They do it in a secure way. Sometimes they'll send you to a third way to do it that's more secure, but they will never send this kind of information with Gmail. And you are not on this account. So a bank would never send someone else on the behalf of their account holder information like this.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at a document from the U.S. Collection Agency.
Yeah.
The U.S. Collection Center. I looked everywhere, Teresa, and I could not find any evidence of such an agency.
Wow.
I also looked up the American National Corporation Affairs Commission, and I did not find any evidence of this agency either. I looked closely, and the logo here, the eagle it's an eagle face on that flag. I looked up that logo to try to find this commission and found that it is a free download to anyone, and it is not a registered seal to anyone. I wanted to believe that because his business is on this document, Chris Global Alliance Company. We use state business filings to verify these kind of companies. If it's a real company, it will be filed with the state, and we did not find any business by this name. There was no website for this business. There were no emails with it in the extension. This is a fake business from what we found.
Yeah, okay.
But I do want to break down the people in this case. And I'm going to start with the passport and ID of Christian. I put these documents side by side, and what I noticed is that the passport says his name is Christian S. Williams.
Yes, Stephen, yeah.
The driver's license says that his name is Christian W. Stephen.
Yes, that's right.
So the names do not match, and the signatures do not match each other. So either these are fake documents, or these agencies have made big mistakes, which they really don't do. These are vital records, vital statistic documents, and they are very, very, very carefully scrutinized. So we know that these documents are also fake. But we did find the real man in these photos. His name is Fabian Beltran. He's the mayor of a little city called Terese, and that's in Belgium. Well, now that we know his real name, all we have to do is Google it. We see him come up in newspapers. We see him come up in newsletters. We find profiles about him. This is what you find when you have a real person. I have a lot of people come to me and they say, I didn't find anything. I looked online. I did some public searches. I didn't find anything, so I thought he was okay.
True. I did that too with Christian, but I couldn't find anything.
Right. And so we think they're okay. We don't find any criminal activity or those things. But the truth is that finding nothing means something. And it probably means that they can't be found. And that's the way it was in this case.
Okay, wow.
The person that played a part was this FBI agent. So I'm going to talk about William Smith. And this FBI, it's not really a badge, it's an ID.
He took $64,000 from me.
Okay, so he showed you this badge then, this FBI badge with his face on it. One thing on this ID is it has his name in the lower corner, and it also indicates that there should be a signature here, but there is not a signature. So that is a good indicator and a red flag. When I looked further, I ran his photo and I found the exact photo that was used on this badge. We found a bunch of fake profiles on dating sites. There's pictures of him in uniform, all of that stuff. So primarily he's been used for many years, and he's only known as Rodriguez. That's the only name that I was able to find with him. But I can send you those links as well that you can see where it came from.
Can't believe what happened to. I just cannot believe it here. Never mind. Yeah, that's all right.
I want to say a final note about this FBI agent. And we have to consider how he is operating. Behavior should be considered first and foremost. The FBI will never ask for money, and certainly they will not direct this money to a third party that you've never met. And one of the things unique to your case is this FBI agent was claiming to help you find Kristen and having no good results. So this tells me that that person behind that mask may be the same person as Christian. We know that the same person sometimes poses as another person. We know they also work in networks, so it could be someone else with a job to do. The more people that they can add to their story and try to show as legitimate, the longer that they're able to keep you in love with them and trusting them. And this is one of the ways to do it.
Thank you so much for all the information. And now, not that I go on dating sites, I can't be bothered anymore. It's taken a lot out of me.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your hard work.
Thank you so much again. And
thank you too, Lily. You have a good evening.
All right. Bye.
If you are looking to find out the truth about your online lover, reach out to our team's email address, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can find the answers you need.